Hey Raiders family, it's Bourkeys and welcome to a post-match review our round 5 game against the Tigers Saturday night. A little bit late this week guys, apologies, but still it's always good to talk things all about Raiders, whether it's pre-game, post-game or any game, to be honest with you. But looking at the game, it was tough affair. Once again, only our third game in, no crowd, away from home. So look, I think we did exceptionally well with that win on a pretty crappy night by the look of it, sitting at home in my lounge room with what it was like in Sydney. But look, let's dive into the top 10, shall we? Number one, I've gone for good teams win ugly. I copped a little bit of flack on my comments Saturday night straight after the game when I said we won ugly and we'll take the 2 points. What I mean to say when I say that comment is good teams win ugly, meaning we weren't at our best, we weren't allowed to be at our best, but we still were able to get the 2 points. Maybe 2-3 years ago we may have dropped that game 16-14 or 12-10 or something of that nature, but the resolve and steel in this team is so good now that we're able to not play at our best, not be able to click into gear because of weather conditions or the other side's also playing well, but we're still able to grind out that win. So that's all my comment meant around that we won ugly and we'll take the 2 points. It wasn't a degradation at all about the team, but just how far we've now come as a really good team, and we're still able to win even though we weren't able to play 100% at our best. Number two, I've gone for game management. What was refreshing on Saturday night was even earlier on things weren't going to plan. West had a really good game plan on those edges, their wide edges, their centres really moving up and crowding in, trying to turn Jack inside, George Williams inside and so on. But the likes of Hodjo, Papali, when Sia came, and I'll come to see later on, they really were able to get down through the middles and were able to play a lot more direct, our type of game on the front foot and get West moving backwards. With matches like Saturday night, when it's slippery and greasy, it's very hard to move the ball any more than maybe 2 or 3 passes wide before you get hammered. It's just that type of game. And that's what we were trying to do earlier. We were trying to run round West, but they had really compressed their defence quite well. Like when a centre's really wide and sort of crabs in 45, it's very hard to get a ball on the outside of him without throwing a long pass like Jack tried to do, I think, to Bailey one time there where he completely lost control of it. So it's difficult to ball control, but I thought we really picked up our game management, and then we started to play, and this is my third point on Bourkeys' top 10. We started to play what was in front of us, so we weren't trying to look out wide too early. We were trying to focus down the middle and just play what was in front of us, what was unwinding, just either side of the ruck. And that really got us in good stead then just to grind away in that second half to get some momentum, get some points, get some pressure on West, who then started to make errors. Once again, that's the grind where we had outwitted them with our grinding tactics to get a few errors inside their half, which they then started to do. That gave us those couple of tries in the field position to do so. Number 4, I've gone for Jack. I love it when Jack plays directly, and I love it when he takes the line on. Now that try was superb. You could see dummy to the left, stepped off his left foot and straight down behind the ruck. I think it was probably 4 or 5 players in the vicinity to take him, and he just crashed through the lot of them. Jack's probably close to the biggest 5'8" in the competition, possibly with Cameron Munster. So he's got awesome body strength. He moves beautifully when he's running straight down through the middle with his little step and gets his nose through. So Jack was able to get his head through the line a hell of a lot on Saturday night. It didn't cause much, but it had the defence with 2 or 3 in the tackle. And when you've got 2 or 3 in a tackle against someone like Jack Whiten, it's the next ruck where the Hodjo gets a quick play of the ball. And invariably, Jack lands on his stomach. So he actually lands on his stomach, which means he can bounce up a lot quicker to get a quick play of the ball. That helps Hodjo with the next ruck, and then the one after that, it helps George or Jack coming back to the blind again with another quick play of the ball, give us field position and momentum. So Whiten's game was really good. Curtis got at number 5. Now, Curtis has copped a bit of flack for his game Saturday night. He was trying to run too laterally, meaning he was getting the ball, running that way, palming someone off, beating them, then keep going sideways. You're an easy target. He's a big enough guy, and when the occasions after that, or the odd occasions on Saturday night when he did run straight, he made some good yardage. Like he's 6'1", maybe 6'2", so he's a big body. he can get his body through the line and really make some impact, and that's what we needed from him. Sideways running on nights like Saturday night is not going to work. All it does is it compresses our attack. They're not sure in which way to go. Hodjo's got to run 5 or 10, 15 metres sideways and try and pick up someone coming back this way or back the same way that he's been tackled. So it just doesn't give a structure when you're running sideways like that. You've just got to straighten up, take the tackle, once again, try and land on his chest and get up with a quick play the ball. So once Curtis learnt that or can do that more consistently, I think he'll be a lot better player for it, and he'll give the team a lot more momentum in those second or third rucks after a kick return. Number 7, what I really found enjoyable, particularly late in the first half, but more in the second half Saturday night, we really started to attack with our defence. So we really muscled up in defence, and we're really attacking West around the edges. Luke Brooks got no time. Harry Grant got nowhere near the same time he got the week before against the Titans, even though they lost, but the Titans gave him a lot of latitude. Our defence was attacking West in and forcing them into different decisions they would not normally make. Like in the second half, West tried to throw it around us and it didn't work. So they were going across field ahead of a lot more and losing ground because of it, and we're making them kick from their 30 or 40 metre line, not so much in our own half, which is always a good sign that your defence is really attacking the opposition. That's the sort of thing we've got to keep up with our defences, when we really attack, muscle up, and are making sides kick from their 25, 30 metre line. It just gives Shans, Nick, Bailey, Jordan just more time to get the ball and get some easy yards up towards halfway. Number 8, I have gone for Rapana. Actually, I really enjoyed his game. I think coming on as a sub, he's bringing a bit of energy. He's stiffing more around the ruck. He's not stuck on the wing waiting for something to happen. He's actually coming in field. I really enjoyed his attack and his defence. He really muscled up quite well for us, which is a good sign. He's finding his legs, obviously still no pre-season training with us. Second game back, and some more game time, and he's getting a full game this weekend, which I'll cover in my preview in a couple of days. But I've really impressed with Jordan's game. The big thing with Raps is just give us experience. It gives us cohesion with his players. He's played with Nick, he's played with Jack, he's played with Elliott. It doesn't really matter if he's on the left or right side. He's played with most of the guys, but just another big body to give us some good yardage and to give us some enthusiasm off the bench. Number 9, I've gone for Sia. Terrific game from Sia. If you really stand back and watch his game Saturday night, he really took some gritty, shitty runs straight down that middle area. Great leg speed. Landed on his stomach. So as I said earlier, he can get up a lot quicker. He can leave 1 or 2 players on the ground, which gives Hodjo a chance to scoot, pick up some supports, or it gives a winger a chance to scoot straight down the middle and get some yards. But Sia's leg speed and his drive to grind out every yard was fantastic to watch. And I've gone for the bench at number 10. Havili and Emre were fantastic on Saturday night again. Havili particularly took some really gritty, shitty runs that were needed. Emre's leg speed, he's very hard to get a good shot on. And that's important for a big forward, not to be able to get a shot on and win the ruck. Emre is brilliant, once again, as I said, as landing on your stomach. You'll hear me say this a lot through the year because it is going to be critical with these types of games and our types of forwards that we try and land on our stomach as much as possible to give us that quick play of the ball. But I thought our bench was super impressive, just with some of the work they were able to do, the enthusiasm they were able to bring when they came on. So that was really critical. And with some troops coming back, it's just going to give our bench some freshness about it. Which I think at this stage of the year, with minimal injuries, touch wood, it just augurs very well for us. So Raiders fans, that's it for my post-match top 10 against the Tigers. As always, I love your support, guys. The YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter. Hit me up with any questions, queries, or things you would like answered. Happy to help in any way I can. Preview against the Seagulls will be around maybe Friday, Saturday. I'll drop that. And looking forward to talking to you then. But guys, as always, this is Bourkeys. Bleed green. Out.